This is the 2025 Honda Civic. Did Honda make the right changes? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm at Holmes Honda and we're going to go over the changes on this 2025 Honda Civic. I've parked the 25 next to the 24 so that we can make it very easy to see the differences and see what the changes are. I will show you the new paint options, the new exterior color options on the screen later in the video, because obviously Rally Red and there is a white version as well that's here at the dealership, but those are not the new colors. So if you want to know more about this particular Civic, the 25, check out the link down in the description of the video. Let's talk about what's different here, and you can see it very well on the front end. First of all, we have a new look with the grills, upper and lower. The lower grille is wider, but the biggest difference, and I think one of the most positive changes we're going to see on the exterior, has to do with what has changed on the corners up here on the front end. Gone are those basically fake fog lights that we have on the 24 that's on the right hand side of the screen, in favor of the active air curtains that we see on the left. You'll also see the front lip, the splitter up here. That's also different compared to what we had for 2024 in the last couple of years prior to that. The active air curtain right there, I don't know if you can see through there on the video, but it is active. And you'll also see some differences with the front fascia in this area. Easy to see the differences as far as how this comes off of the area right there where the grille is. Those are the primary differences on the front end. And like I said, there are 4 new paint colors, and those new paint colors include Solar Silver Metallic, Urban Gray Pearl, Sand Dune Pearl, and Blue Lagoon Pearl. And from this angle, there is one big difference you're definitely going to notice back here. I'm going to tell you what it is in case you don't see it, and it has to do with what we have right down here, the singular exhaust. What do you think about that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or are you going to say maybe that's indifferent? Tell me what your thoughts are. And for those of you who want to see the window sticker for this particular model, well, here you go. You can pause the video right here, take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. Now, let's talk about the 2 different powertrain options that are available for these Accords, depending on what you go with, and obviously depending on trim level. In this particular case, we had the 2-liter direct injection 4-cylinder that makes 150 horsepower and 133 pounds-feet of torque. That will be mated to a CVT. Now, when we look at our MPGs here, we're going to have a combined MPG of 34 miles per gallon. What's the difference if you go hybrid? Well, if you go hybrid, you're looking at 200 horsepower and 232 pounds-feet of torque with a linear shift transmission, and we'll replace that 34 combined MPGs with a 49. And while I can't show it to you here, 2 changes for the screen will be that you will have Google built in to help you out. Also, you will have the power flow meter that I've shown you in the Accord hybrids and the CR-V hybrids. By the way, if you choose to go hybrid, the base price for the Civic for 2025, at least on the sedan, is going to be $28,750. And hopefully you have a good view. Probably the best I could give you. No sunroof really kind of limits us a little bit, so I didn't have anywhere to put the camera other than where it is, so hopefully you don't have a terribly obstructed view. But we'll make this as quick as possible, hopefully, and give you some good details about what it's like to drive this Civic. I do love the fact that it is literally hugging the road. It feels like it sucks itself to the road. The way the chassis and the suspension are tuned, it just makes it so fun to drive. Even without a lot of horsepower, who says you need a lot of horsepower to have fun? Although I will agree, the more horsepower you have, the more fun it can be if you know how to manage that horsepower. But the Civic is a great example of that even with 150 horsepower, or if you go hybrid and you have 200 horsepower, it's fun because of the way the car handles, the way it drives. It's front-wheel drive, but it handles very, very well for a front-wheel drive vehicle. The ride quality is good. It may not be a Cadillac or something like that, but you know what? It's still very comfortable, very enjoyable to drive. And so you're not going to have any trouble on a long road trip. I think you'll be nice and comfortable, get the seats set correctly and all that good stuff. By the way, congratulations to that driver in front of us. They seemed a little closer than I thought they should be, but at least they did use their blinker. So we're good on that. I did just have to say something. But overall, a very well-balanced vehicle. Good for some space in the trunk. You've got that 14.8 cubic feet of cargo capacity. So if you need to throw some cargo back there, some luggage, whatever, you're taking a road trip or whatever you're doing, you've got that room to work with, and you have your multiple driving modes. So depending on what your situation is, well, you can change the driving mode. In fact, I'm going to do that. I've been driving in normal. I'm going to step up to sport. Let's see what happens here. And let's listen. Let's watch and listen here. Now that kind of was a little bit of a botched scene, because I guess when I repositioned the seat, that little click you probably heard was actually the seat clicking into place, as odd as that sounds. So the point of what I was trying to do right there, going over the railroad tracks, was give you a good idea of what the road noise is like and tell you that the ride quality wasn't bad over the railroad tracks. But I will tell you this, I can tell a little bit of a difference, a noticeable difference in how this Civic is getting down the road now that I've gone into sport mode. So there's definitely something to be said for that. For those who might say, Tom, if I'm having a bad day and I need to get out and blow off some steam, maybe go outside of the city limits where there's nobody around and find some twists and turns and whatever it is you enjoy doing, what will it be like with the Civic if I do that? I think it'll do the job for you. The gas pedal and the brake pedal, easy to manage. Steering, very responsive. Really, I'd say above average for this class of car. I think it's very nice. I think it's enjoyable to drive. It just adds to the experience. And it's nice that you don't have overly aggressive brakes or anything like that to deal with. So a lot of fun. And it's practical. And last but not least, for those who are saying, Tom, I want a new vehicle. I need a brand new vehicle. I don't want to break the bank, but I also don't want an insane amount of technology. This is a great option for you, especially with the 7-inch touchscreen. But even if you wind up, maybe you go with a different trim level and you go with the 9-inch screen, it's still very easy to learn and very easy to use. So tell me what you think about the 2025 Honda Civic. Did Honda make the right changes? Were there changes you were hoping for that didn't come? Tell me what your thoughts are. And as additional trim levels come into the dealership, I will show those to you as well. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends here at the dealership for loaning me this Civic for the day, and a special thanks to each and every one of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.